Today I'll be reviewing the Xiaomi Roborock Mi2 vacuum cleaner. So I've gone through several of these vacuum cleaner robots and unfortunately all have failed for one reason or another. The first three I ever got were from iRobot, but eventually they all broke down. So I decided to give an Ecovacs Dbot R95 a try, and well, that one died eventually as well. That one lasted only about 3 months. So after some research, I decided to give the Xiaomi Robot a try. This one is by far my favorite, and I'll tell you why. First, let's go over the specs. The Xiaomi Robot comes with a 5200 mAh lithium-ion battery that lasts for about a good 2 hours. I used my robot on my main floor, which is about 900 square feet, and it does the cleanup in a little over an hour with no need to recharge. So if you have a big house, you're good. The robot also has 2000 PA of suction, so it's quite powerful at sucking in dirt, pet hairs, dust, whatever. Overall, it does a fine job of picking up dirt. Now, my favorite part of the robot is definitely its mapping features, in that the robot maps out your entire floor in real time and inch by inch, covering all the bases. Now, I'm sure a lot of you want to know, how does it handle cords and obstacles and other things that are on the floor? Well, I'm pretty careful about making sure that these cords and whatnot are not on the floor, but overall the robot tends to really handle these objects pretty well. We have several dog toys laying around, and surprisingly the robot never seems to get stuck on them. It just tends to push them away. In all, I've only seen it get stuck once in a blue moon, more precisely about, once a month, and I use the robot virtually every day. Your mileage, however, may vary. There is one thing about these vacuum robots I have to warn you about. Like I've said before, I've gone through several of these robots, and all of them have failed because of the spinning laser on top of the robot, called the LiDAR. Now I suspect that eventually this one will fail as well, since it is a moving part and after lots of use it may eventually fail. I've done some research online, and it seems these LiDARs are available for about $80. Thankfully, I haven't had to fix mine yet. On to the waste bin. While it's not as large as some of the other robots I've used, this one is adequate. I have to empty it about every other day. One of the cool features about the waste bin is that you can clean the filter with water and reuse it, but eventually it'll also wear out and you'll have to buy a replacement filter. The iOS app is, well, fantastic. You can keep track of the robot's progress, cleaning area, and much, much more. It is by far the most complete app I've seen for a cleaning robot. Surprisingly, Xiaomi updates the firmware on a regular basis. The app also has reminders on replacing the filter, side brush, and more. And if you like, you can also check out the cleaning history. Now, one of the things I don't like about cleaning robots is the noise. Thankfully, the Roborock allows you to adjust the vacuuming to your liking. Another great little feature is that you can set up a schedule for the robot. And finally, with the latest firmware update, you can now set up virtual walls with the no-go zone feature. I haven't had a chance to try this yet since it literally just came out, but is no doubt welcome. So what's the final verdict? Well, I absolutely love this thing. It cleans up a ton of dirt, almost never gets stuck, is updated frequently, and the iOS app is just absolutely fantastic. By the way, I did try the mopping feature once, and well, that didn't go so well since it went over carpets, and I got some wet carpets. If you have a mix of bare floors and rugs, you might want to avoid using the mopping feature. Despite that, I highly recommend the robot.